Okay, we're going to start our first program from the afternoon by Weithenn Wang. The title is The Convergence of GitOps and Event-Driven, Achieving Peak DevOps Automation. Please.
So hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Yep, thank you. Today, our topic will focus about GitOps and the event-driven, and I also preparing the sixth simple demo. Can show up what's the event-driven automation and how to implement the event-driven to the GitOps. Okay, before that, let me introduce myself. My name is Weithenn Wang. I'm from Taiwan. I'm the infrastructure architect, work at the Micron. Yeah, you know, the making the memory and SSD company. Yeah, I'm the infra guy. So you can see I get some award, Microsoft MVP and the VMware vExpert. And this year I get the new tennis technology champion. And I'm writing and translate some IT book. And I'm monthly writing the magazine. It's called Net Admin in Taiwan. And I also have the some event in Taiwan as speaker. So yeah, it's myself. Okay, so let's get started. So what is the GitOps? Maybe you already know, maybe you not, but just reference yet. So in the picture, you can see in the 2023, the GitOps in here is the Gartner report regarding the emerging technology is the 2023 GitOps in here. So in the 2024, you can see GitOps already grows in the here. Yeah, so yeah, you can just reference it. Why not have the 2025? Because it's not released yet. Okay. So yeah, let me quickly to warm up the DevOps. Yeah, I believe the Dana in the morning already said that. So yeah, we just warm up that. Maybe you already don't know. You already know that. Okay. Yeah, this is the picture. I think you already know that. If you have no idea, you can watch this. It's just the DevOps tool chain. But yeah, for me, I believe the DevOps just the culture, just like Dana say, not the tool chain. But yeah, if you have no idea or which the tool, you can choose that. You can reference that. So yeah, go for to the GitOps. When I build up GitOps before, I will try to build up the infrastructure as a code. You know, I'm the infra guy, right? So I will handle the infrastructure as a code. So yeah, easily to say, infrastructure as a code, we can manually control that. Just like the management, the core management your infra, like the switch, router, your server. Yeah. As my experience, using the infrastructure as a code management, 20,000 hosts for now, I can using this way to control my server, the BIOS, IPMI, switch router, load balancer, Linux, Windows, something like that. Yeah. Okay. So when you build up the infrastructure as a code, move on to the next. Maybe you already know that recently popular, we call the SRE team, right? SRE team, you can see SRE handle the day one and day two operation. So the SRE team, basically, they should be more than the 15% the diary to the automation way. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I love this picture. When I study the new technology or study the new term, I will really like this picture because we know we don't have the different skill, right? We don't have maybe you are a developer, I'm the infrastructure, but when we see first time in the GitOps this term, maybe I just like this picture. I just see the elephant nose. You see the elephant air. He's in the elephant tail. Maybe we all write that, but maybe not. So for me, the GitOps, I think GitOps is the single truth of the truth. You cannot agree. You cannot agree my point, but it's for me, GitOps is for this single source of truth. So it's the GitOps for me. Okay. So this the GitOps flow in here, just for the reference. Yeah. Yeah, I believe if you listen the yesterday event, have the Git flow. It's very similar. Yeah, but a little bit different. Okay, so what is the event driven? Yeah, again, when I learning the new technology, I always using this picture to notify me. Maybe your point is great, their point is great, my point is great, because we need the whole picture. But the new technology, maybe we not much time for now can see the whole picture, but we just study it. So the IT operation, you will see the change leg. Left-hand side is the old way to the IT operation. The right-hand side is the new way using the event-driven. Because in the infrastructure, maybe just the user notify, oh, I cannot receive the email. Oh, I cannot connect to the website. You know that. But the new way, we can try to using the event-driven. When I detect the website is down yet, we can trigger the GitOps the flow, restart the website, the service, just for example. Yep. So for the tool, you can reference the CNCF, right? For the automation and configuration, yet you have the many tool. You can choose your preference tool. But yeah, in this section, and for me, I will using the Ansible for the example. Yeah. Okay, this is the Ansible. If you want to build up the event-driven, have the more than the module, you can choose that. But today I will demo that. I will using this. Sorry. I will demo using the webhook. Why? Because the webhook can easily to build up the lab environment to show you. So it's not just the webhook. Webhook is just the many ways of get one. Okay. So yeah. Okay. Okay. So how's the Ansible rulebook? If you know the Ansible, you will see Ansible should be the playbook, right? But what is the Ansible rulebook? If you want to use in the Ansible, build up the event-driven way, it called the rulebook. Okay. So how's the rulebook concept? Just the three concepts: source, rule, and action. Just these three steps. So as you know, the Ansible using the YAML file to writing, right? So when you want to write in the Ansible rulebook, just I mentioned that source, rule, and the action. Okay. Source, well, when you want to listen, for example, just the webhook. Rule, your connection. Action, you want to run the playbook or you want to which the action for that. Okay. Okay. Yeah, just mention that the rule and the action. Yeah, condition that and action. So receive the event, decided and responsible. Yeah. Yeah. In the picture, I want to highlight this because we know the Ansible you can use in the command line or you can choose in the GUI. When you write in the rule book, you need to be careful in this. Yeah. If you want to use in the command line, should be using this, run the playbook. If you want to running on the GUI, please using the run job template. I will demo in the later. Just that you know that if you want to write in the Ansible rulebook. Okay, let's demo time. I will demo lab 1 and lab 2 using the command line Ansible. Show up the webhook, how to trigger that. Okay, let me switch it to my lab environment. Yeah, my lab environment I built up in the Microsoft Azure cloud. I just using the one Azure virtual machine, but you can see this have the 3 virtual machine because I enable the native virtualization. So I can using the Azure VM, can create the sub VM. So you can just using the one VM, build up the very simple the lab environment. Okay. Okay, so the lab 1, you can see this source, rule, and action. It's very simple, the demo. So what's the rule? Rule I will listen. When you send this message, the updates, it will show up this. If you sending the wrong the message, I will respond not respond the thing. Okay. So let me show this. Okay, so I listen the webhook and I send in the wrong word, DOD Taipei. Yeah, the updates Taipei in the June. If you are interested in, welcome to the Taiwan to join that. Okay. So if I send in the wrong word, it's not respond yet. But when I send in the correct message, the updates, I will respond this word. Because the action, I just show the message. Okay. Yep. So it's just very simple. Yeah. The second, what's the difference? In the action, I hope he can run the playbook. So I use in the command line, right? So I use in the run playbook, say thank you. Yeah, run this the playbook. Yeah. But you know, in the real, we not just say thank you, right? We will running the playbook to management your environment. Okay. So let's do it. Okay, in this lab, when I send in the wrong message, I can respond to this. Okay. And if I send the correct message, he will trigger the playbook. Yeah, just show this. Okay, it's just very simple, the demo. When I using the webhook to the event list and I send in the message, if the correct, he will execution your defined action for this. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So that's the that's the command line. Just it's very simple and fast to show up the event for the webhook. So let's move on that. Okay, so what is the Ansible AWS and the EDA? Maybe you know this tool, maybe not. In the Red Hat, if you are a company, you can buy the business version. It called the it called Red Hat AAP, Ansible Automation Platform. If you enterprise the subscription, you can get the technical support. But if you just want to build up your own, or you just tried this feature, you can use in the Ansible AWS. Ansible AWS is the upstream project for the AAP. Yeah, if you play the Linux, you may know Red Hat have the business version called the Real, Red Hat Enterprise Linux, right? But Red Hat Enterprise Linux upstream is the Fedora or the CentOS, right? So the role very similar to Fedora is the upstream the project. Okay, so many new way or new feature will include in this version. So yeah, you can see the Ansible AWS have a GUI interface and support the many way. Also, interactive to support the RESTful API. Yep, in this, and it's the open source project. Okay. So what's the EDA? Because the Ansible AWS handle the playbook, so the EDA handle the rulebook, but show up the GUI interface. Okay. Yeah, it's just the like I show up the from the command line. It's just the GUI interface to show you. Okay. Okay. So let me demo the level 3 and the level 4. It's very similar the level 1 and level 2, but level 1 and level 2 just the command line. Level 3 and level 4 just the GUI interface. Okay. So yeah, you can see the content is very similar, right? Okay. But we were using the GUI interface, Ansible AWS. Yeah, I'm using a LAN DoD Tokyo. And log on to the EDA controller. Okay. So you can see the rule book. I have the 2 rule book, right? So I start this. We're starting it. You can see that. Running it. This story you can see. He already ready yet for this one. Yeah, he already ready. Okay. So yeah, you can see file count is not a match for the number is the 0. So the same test way. I'm sending the wrong message. Yeah, not responding yet. When I send in the correct message, you can see just showing this like the command line, right? But you get the same result in the GUI interface. Okay. And we go back that, you can see the file count have match 1. Okay. Raw audit, you can see this one. Success event. Yeah, you send in this one. And the action, just show the message. Okay. So yeah, we can stop yet. Avoid to the effect. The playbook. So the playbook in the Ansible AWS running, right? So is the running. We see that. Okay, it's ready. And we go back to the Ansible AWS. We can see the template in this one. Okay. And job, we can see new, that is the execution ID is 18, right? When I send in the correct message, he will trigger the playbook, right? So he can automatically trigger the new playbook, maybe the 19. Okay. So, yep. So yeah, the same. We send in the wrong message first. You can see this. When I send in the correct message, it will trigger and execution the playbook. Okay. Sending that. See that? 19. And success. And he will tell the EDA, oh, I already execution that. And the job ID is the 19. Match this one. 19, right? And you can go back to the EDA, show the rule audit. Sorry, count the two, number 2, and see this event in this, and action is the wrong job template, right? When I say you using the command line, using the wrong playbook, if you using the GUI, please using the wrong job template for this. Yep. Okay. So that's the lab 3 and lab 4. Quickly to demo that. Let's go back to the slide. Okay, this section, the point, GitOps with the event-driven. Yeah, just I will show the simple the lab for you know that. So yeah, this is just the GitOps the benefit. And this the GitOps the workflow. But we can implement the event-driven to the GitOps the workflow. Okay, so I will demo the lab 5 and the lab 6. Lab 5, I will demo the git push with the webhook. When we git push that, I will create the container, have the website, and the sending the PR. For example, we just deploying the website, right? You can deploy the development website and check that. If the PR you already code review yet, and we allow he can merge, then developer the website will redeployment to the production if we merge the core. Okay. Okay, so let's go to here. Oh, I just forget to show up. If for this, you can see the egress already automation to build up this. Yeah, you can see the egress right in here. Yep. Let me start it. Okay. So yeah, because I using the webhook and I using the on-premise the lab environment, so I build up the Git. Git is very similar to GitHub, but you can build up the Git in the your on-premise environment. It will be easily to using the if your lab cannot to touch the internet, you can use in the Git. Yep. Okay, let me sign in yet. There's a two repository to clone to from my GitHub, so we can try this and check the webhook. So click the repository and the setting, webhook. So you can see I just checked this event push and the pull request PR. Yeah, in this repository, right? So we can just test the webhook. It will be fail because I just want to show up. You need to test your repository webhook is the work. So how do I test that? Let's go to this one. Okay, and then test again. So yeah, you can see the green check is the responding 200. Okay, it's work. Okay. Okay, and then now we can test the git push and deploy that. Okay. So how do I test that? When I go to the repository and deploy, show this. For example, the website, the color style, I edit yet. For example, I build up to the red because this year the logo using the red color, right? Okay. So red style website. So you can see when I click commit the change, because we already listed the event, right? So it will trigger that and deploy the container website. Okay. Commit change. Okay, already triggered that. For more detail, because I don't much time for it, but in this, yeah, in the YAML file, rulebook, yeah, I will put it to, I already put to my GitHub repository. You can reference it. I will put the URL to the Discord. Yeah, if you are interested in, you can reference it. So you can see, yeah, playbook, rulebook and playbook deploy done yet. So we can open this. This website is production with this, and it's the mainstream, right? In here, and this the container ID. Let me check that. 3AB8. Okay, this one, 3AB8. Name is color. Okay, so it's the lab file. It just show the git push, and then trigger the GitOps the workflow, deploy the website. Okay. So let me demo the label 6. Label 6, I will demo the PR, right? And when the PR create the PR, he will deploy the developer the website. And then if we allow yet, we already code review, we allow him can merge, so the development website will deploy to the production. Okay. So that's, for example, I want to deploy the development website, like the pink. Okay. Okay. And this time I create a new branch. Pink webs version 1. This. Okay, see the change that. And we new pull request. Create pull request. And oh, sorry. I forgot to the listen, sorry. This one. Because this is the rule book, he will listen the PR and push. In this, the rule book just listen the push. Okay, sorry that. Let me just quickly to merge. Okay. Okay, we're using the blue. Okay, the same way, a new pull request, create a new pull request. And see back, yeah, because we already listened, yeah, it trigger the event and deploy the development website. Okay, we can see this one. You can see that this the container development website AC5D. You can see this one. Yeah. So the development website already blue, right? The production still the. Oh, sorry. Oh yeah. Okay. So when we go back to this, if we already code review and we agree to the merge, okay, maybe delete the branch because the yesterday session, Chong backs, we know that we should keep the one branch or the one main tree, right? Okay, create merge commit. Okay, see that? Okay, done yet? So we just refresh the production. You can see the blue style, the deploy to the production website in the mainstream. Using the mainstream, your developer keep the branch, but well, we already deleted yet for this. Okay, yeah, just very quickly and simple the demo yet for this. Okay, so let's go back to the slide. Okay, no demo, just for the slide. So for me, when we build up the infrastructure as a code, move on to the SRE team, move on to the GitOps, and then we implement the event-driven to the GitOps. So what's the next? I believe maybe the AI ops using the generation AI into your DevOps the flow or the cycle. Yeah, life cycle, right? It's just for your reference yet. This picture again. Yeah, when I study the new technology, I will always using this picture to notify me. Okay, by myself. Okay. And yeah, just show the Gartner report. And I will quickly I will not the slide step by step. Because when my section done yet, I will upload my slide if you are interested in. If you want to see the full Gartner report, you can create this URL. You can see that the full. Yeah, the same. The AI ops. If you have no idea, you can just reference the Gartner say. You have the some way you can try that. So yeah, Gartner or say you can focus on the 3-step. In the DevOps the cycle, the rate point, you Gartner say you can consider implement the AI into the rate point in this one. Yeah, something like that. Okay, the AI enabled use case. So yeah, very similar, right? The DevOps, but it's the AI argument for the DevOps the use case in this one. In this one, yeah, the AI ops the tool like the DevOps tool chain, right? But it's the AI argument for this. Yeah, the same thing. If you no idea how to implement or you can build up the AI ops environment, you can just reference here. Okay. Yeah, the other one is the optimize the infrastructure. Yeah, infrastructure my turn, right? So okay. Yeah, you need to care the cost saving, reliability in this one. Yeah, many users see the AI can cost reduction and the developer productivity, right? But you need to care or consider this value generation and the developer creative for this. Okay. Yeah, in this picture, I want to point out this. You can see before using the Gen AI, you will much time for the writing code, right? But when you're using the Gen AI, you will find that you can this your writing code time, but you will need much time to debug your core. Yeah, because yeah, I already feel that this. So that's why I want to do this. And recently, maybe you know the writing code, right? So it can easily and quickly to writing your code, but yeah, you need to debugging your code. Why he can smoothly work, but yeah, maybe you need to debug it yet for this. So I want to point out maybe you need to careful about this. Okay. Okay. Some resource. If you're interested in today, I'm show my quickly a little bit the lab for the GitOps with the event driven. I already upload to my GitHub repository URL in this. You can see this one EDA workshop. And I also have the Ansible because I write in the Ansible model for the infrastructure as a code, right? So you can reference it, and I already pushed that. If you're interested in, you can reference it. And just I mentioned that if you don't much time to build up your lab environment, but you want to try what's the GitOps, what's the event driven, you can using this Red Hat Interactive Lab. It's a free online resource. He have the many situation. Maybe you don't know the Ansible. You can just click get started to check that. It's a free online resource. And you can just register Red Hat account or not. You can just using the GitHub, Google, or Microsoft account to log in. Yeah. Just feel free to try that if you not much time to build up your lab environment. Okay. It's some resource for in this. Yep. And the last but not least, I want to show. Recently, I try and play this interesting tool. Maybe you already know that. Maybe you not. You can try to search the NAN. NAN is the tool. Yeah, it's very interesting. You can see he already get the more than 81,000 GitHub stars. So it's very popular for now. What is the tool? You can see he can easily to build up your AI agent. You can using your large language model for the Ansible or ChatGPT, Llama, something like that. Yeah, not just for the IT ops, your security ops, data ops, sales, something like that. Yeah, you can just reference it. I think it's a very interesting and popular. And oh yeah, he already support MCP, model context protocol. We know the AI agent we need to the MCP to communicate with the different API product, right? So he already native support the MCP, so you can just use for fun. He have the enterprise version, but the same he have the community version. So if you have the Docker or container environment, you can very easy to build up the NAN environment to your own or your lab environment. Okay. Very interesting for this. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, thank you. And this picture I use in of course, generation AI. I use in the prompt, the sunrise, Fuji Mountain, Tokyo Tower to generation the beautiful picture in the Japan. So yeah, thank you for listening. Yeah, I'm not sure the much time, but I will still in here. So if you want to communicate with me, we can, yeah. So do you have any idea or opinion? Or yeah, I will stay in here. You can meet me. We can discuss this. Okay. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. The next program will be starting from 2 p.m. We have 20 minutes break. And sorry, one announcement. We found a mobile phone at the male's bathroom. So if you think you've lost your phone, we have it at the reception. So please go see reception. Thank you very much.